My name is Jennifer, and check out my video on Fox.
That's good. Thanks. Hello, ma'am. It's very nice to meet you. You're speaking with USA Fox. Welcome to the channel. I'm here to give a voice to the voiceless. May I have your name?
Jennifer.
Okay. Where are you from, Jen?
Originally Northeast.
All right. What was it like growing up out there?
It was okay. I moved around a lot, starting from Philadelphia to York, PA, back down to Philly, and it was pretty hectic. I moved back and forth between my mom and my dad. After my mom and dad split, my mom remarried, or my mom married, and so did my dad. And I guess growing up, it was like my mom was a little like too worried about her husband to be worried about us kids, and it was fucked up. As always with my dad, it was my dad cared more about us kids than anything else.
Right, right.
So
As opposed to that,
yeah.
So you had to grow up with your mother, and it was basically rough growing up with her because she mostly favored her boyfriends over, or her boyfriend over you
Right.
guys. Husband. What brought you out here to Kensington, Philadelphia?
Drugs, actually. I started doing drugs because I had PTSD. I had nightmares, so I started doing dope to be able to sleep at night.
Okay, at what age was it introduced to you?
I want to say about 23, 24.
And how were you introduced? How did that day transpire?
I was having really bad nightmares, and I couldn't sleep at night. So one of my childhood friends said that he introduced it to me and told me to try it, and it would actually help me. And I did. When I tried to stop, I realized I couldn't because I had a habit.
Couldn't stop it because you had a habit?
Yeah.
And what type of feeling did it give you?
At first, when I first started, I constantly threw up. Couldn't keep anything down. Everything I ate and drank, I threw up. But then after that stopped, I started nodding.
And you say you came to Kensington because of the drugs?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Were they cheaper where you lived? Or, cheaper here than where you lived?
Well, no, actually, a friend of mine brought me down here, and this is where I started coming to get my drugs. Because up where I was living, they really weren't up there.
And do you live out here now?
Yeah.
What's it like staying out here?
It's hectic. Every day you got to worry about people robbing you, people like jumping you, you know what I mean? People pulling a gun on you. Every day you see somebody either using the bathroom outside, shooting up outside. But then the cops kind of really.
So are you currently on the streets right now? What's your living arrangements?
Right now I'm homeless. I jump back and forth between friends' couches, but when I can't stay on the couch, I'm outside.
How long have you been homeless for?
About 3 years, 4 years.
What's it like being homeless?
It sucks.
For people who don't know.
It sucks. You got to worry every day about protecting your belongings. Every time you nod out or fall asleep, somebody always winds up stealing your shit, so you got to start over and over every day.
How often are you nodding out?
You
find yourself nodding out?
Basically, every time I do something really good. It's kind of hard to find good shit. To
find the good stuff?
Yeah.
So you just be in search for that good stuff. Once you find it, do you keep going back to that?
Yeah.
The good stuff is what put people down. Like that's what everyone chases. Is that true?
Yeah. See me, I used to shoot, but I stopped shooting up almost a year ago.
Wow.
And I had somebody teach me how to smoke it, and ever since then I kept on smoking it, and I'm still smoking it.
Okay, you smoke it. Ooh. Do you partake in the samples?
Yeah.
How often?
Basically, every time I hear one.
Every time you hear one? You don't know what's in them, though. Were you getting the flesh trank wounds from shooting up when you were shooting them, or not?
No, I basically got like just abscesses from missing.
It's wild out here, like the wild, wild west.
You're
What
not
you
lying.
say? So what's your thoughts on, well, sheesh. Yeah, what's your thoughts on like having to walk over people when they're knotted out on the ground? Like,
I mean, as for me, it's normal for me to see it every day. But as far as like kids go and people growing up that's not around it, they shouldn't have to see that.
They shouldn't.
Especially kids, especially when people shoot up.
Agreed. That stuff could be traumatizing to them, you know? Just them seeing that, or it can make them want to try it. Sad to say.
Right.
Sad to say. How has these drugs impacted your life, would you say?
It's fucked my life up a lot. Between relationships with my family members and loved ones. Me and my family actually don't have a relationship now because of me getting high. Yeah.
I like your lizard. You see,
Oh, shit.
You see yourself bouncing back from the substance?
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll be rather sooner than later.
I know it's hard, but what's stopping you really?
The fact that I'm not ready yet.
The fact that you're not ready. Every time you try, you just...
I've tried it before,
when
but
you weren't ready?
It's just the withdrawal and the sickness. It hurts. Like a lot of people who don't understand it because they've never really went through it, it sucks. Like I get like because you go through literally, it's not a mental thing, it's a physical pain.
How long did you go through that withdrawal sickness for? For the people who don't know, let them know, you know.
Off of it, my dad actually came down and got me. I want to say it took me about cold turkey a month. And my dad actually told me that he had this medication that from one of his doctor friends that helps with the withdrawal. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. Well, come to find out, it was a lie. Like my dad lied. It really wasn't even a withdrawal medication. It was just like a men's supplement vitamin.
So you just went through all that, pretty much. You went through the withdrawal.
Yeah, every time I have him in my corner, I fuck up. And I let him down so much, I'm not trying to let him down no more.
I think whenever you're ready, I think he'll be ready too, to be your support system again.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll definitely make that shot with you, right?
Absolutely. I'm daddy's girl, so it's, yeah.
Got to make that move, right?
I need to.
Right. What you gonna do with your life?
Go back to doing what I wanted to do all along, which is help people. I went to school for medical assistant. I graduated and everything. I'm just letting it go.
Okay. Got some education under your belt.
Yeah.
Got some skills.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Oh, I know I can. Like, and I know now, like, because I have a daughter too.
You have a daughter?
Yeah, she's 15.
She needs you.
Yeah.
She needs you right now. She's a teenager.
You're not lying.
About to be a young woman.
Yeah.
You know? When's the last time you spoke to her?
Like about a week ago.
That's good. You still keep in contact.
Absolutely. The last time I spoke to her, I told her that they called me from Empire Beauty School for cosmetology to schedule a tour, and I'm just waiting to do that.
That's good. Hey, you can do hair?
I love doing hair.
All right. When I call you for this
I
break,
got you.
put some money in your pocket.
I got you. I grew up watching my aunt do it because my aunt was a beautician. So between her and my next door neighbor, I've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever overdosed before?
A lot. Quite a bit of times, actually.
I asked you that already. No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. These questions. If you can make 3 wishes right now, what would they be?
Get clean and sober, be back with my daughter, and have a great career.
Are you religious at all?
No.
Not religious at all?
No.
What advice would you give the youth out here ripping and running the streets following in your same footsteps? What would you tell them?
Don't do it. It's not worth losing your life over. Like any given time, whenever you do anything or do that bag, it can be your last. It's not worth losing everything over. It's not.
And what's the craziest thing you've seen out here in Kensington, Philadelphia? For the people who don't know, you know, they don't know what it's like.
The craziest thing I've seen out here is when people shoot people up, they hit people with hot veins on purpose. Like they make people like when they hit you in the neck or whatever, you have hot veins in your neck. So when they hit them, the blood's like bright red and it makes you seize out. And some people do that shit on purpose to other people, so they can sit there and rob them. It's fucked up.
Their addiction get down to that point where they just take advantage of other people who
Yeah.
just trying to get high just like them.
Right.
And they hit them in their hot vein.
Yeah, there's times where when they hit them in the hot vein, they don't even inject the whole shot into them. They do it, maybe half of it, and then because they have
And
all
they
that.
keep the other half.
Yeah, even though it has all that blood, don't give a fuck.
They take the other person's blood and everything, put it in their body.
Listen, it's crazy. That's the main reason why I really stopped shooting up too, because like I got tired of not being able to hit myself, and I used to like my hands are kind of fucked up from doing it. Except for that's a burn.
But you see yourself breaking this curse.
Do I see myself breaking this curse? Yeah.
I'd like to thank you for your time. You've been a wonderful interviewee for me.
Thank you.
My name is USA Fox. I make these videos for educational purposes only. God bless you.
Thank you.